How's it going, everyone? I'm Al, and today, some more StarCraft 2 from the pro scene. First up, we have a German Terran player. He is HeroMarine. His opponent, a very tricky Polish Protoss player. Ooh, that's a lot of P's. We have Mana. Best of 3 series first map is Royal Blood. So, on paper, this should be a mismatched up matchup. Mismatched up? Well, it should kind of lean in the favor of HeroMarine quite drastically. So, according to Aligalac, in terms of their rankings, which is the best I can do in terms of rankings for the players, HeroMarine is sitting at rank 13, which is really up there. He used to be in the top 10 not too long ago, but you know, it's been a while since the tournament, so it's all to do with the online cups and stuff. Both these SCVs really trying to make sure this probe can't block the command center. And yeah, Mana is rank 45, so that seems like a real mismatch up. But Mana can play some really tricky styles. I've seen him play absolutely crazy things. And yeah, he plays completely off meta, and it's not necessarily only like cheesy. I mean, he does like to do cheesy, but it's not all that he does. Sometimes he just does strange things. Like he likes to do disruptor drops still, which I wouldn't say is quite meta. But yeah, so he'll do some odd things, and I'm quite interested to see what he does in this matchup. Ooh, Reaper comes in. Deb's gonna be out soon. Should be fine. One does go down, one probe. Ooh, HeroMarine microing hard. And now it's a game of run around the Nexus with the Adept. Good little bit of scouting, yeah. Okay, so it's a Robo first. Ooh, could get another one. This is very annoying to deal with. Okay, and the Reaper's gonna go down. Unfortunately, HeroMarine overstayed his welcome. But yeah, in terms of the matchup as well, Terran versus Protoss is HeroMarine's strongest matchup at the moment, at least statistically. And Mana's weakest. Mana's strongest matchup, surprisingly, is Protoss versus Protoss. But I mean, that's a matchup where trickiness, it kind of comes in handy. But it's also, I think what'll be really nice about this one is the clash of styles. HeroMarine is not really a tricky player. He's just very good mechanically. So he'll you know, work with his mechanics, work with macroing, aggressive pushing, ramping up the tempo in his favor, and then just keep going. Whereas Mana likes to destabilize the game. He likes to throw a wrench into the works and see how confusing he can make a match, and that's where he thrives. Like now, we have a very early Warp Prism. Yeah, no blink is needed if you got the early Warp Prism, because it kind of gives you a, well, sort of blink. You have left the Stalker's by there. There you go. HeroMarine's opened relatively normal, going for the factory, Cyclone, and then double barracks afterwards. Gonna have a second tech lab on that barracks. No starport just yet. It is going to be built now. Alright, let's see. Where's that Warp Prism? Hey, found it. Let's see if he can get any damage done with this. HeroMarine's going to have to be awake. His units are in the right place. Oh, don't pick off the... Okay. That Cyclone... We don't see the Cyclone quite that often, but it is very useful in the early game of Terran versus Protoss for things like this. Yeah, there it goes again. Immediately gets in, is able to chase that Warp Prism way before it's able to get any actual warp ins in. That's a lot of ins. I'm saying the same word a lot of times today. It happens. Well, to be fair, I'm recording this at an obscure time. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. My sleep schedule has never quite recovered from, I don't know, something. I want to say work. I'm going to blame it on work. Still trying to get a little bit of damage done. This is not really justified it, but I guess what is good for Mana is having this Warp Prism means that HeroMarine's staying on this side of the map, which is really where he wants it. He does not want HeroMarine out on his base. Where he manages to get those units out. Yeah, he doesn't want HeroMarine outside of his third base or outside of his natural. We do go immediately into disruptors before we even get to the Twilight Council. I like the disruptors. Okay, HeroMarine's a little bit tired of being attacked the whole time. What on earth did I select? There it is. So he's gonna fly out. At the same time, Stalkers do come back in. Still no real damage going down. There's a couple of workers falling finally. This also should tell Mana that something's up, because there's not too many units here. Actually, this is starting to really ramp up the damage. A couple of zealots warping in here. These SCVs. Hey, he recalls. I think he could have done more. No, never mind. Good recall timing. Okay, and let's see HeroMarine do the same now. That was actually a very good recall, because now his units are here back at home to defend. Shield batteries there. First of the medevacs goes down. Second one goes down full of Marines. That is painful. Fantastic defense so far. From Mana, he's playing really solidly. If we have a look at the losses, yeah, definitely in his favor. Obviously getting a full medevac, that's always nice. But this is the part where we see HeroMarine. He's going to try ramp up the tempo now. He's going to try start moving things in his favor. He's got to be careful though, because there is a move out. Disruptor gets escorted personally by the Warp Prism. So Colossus out already as well. No extended thermal lance just yet. Here we go, another big drop coming into the main. At the same time, it's going to be an attack on the front. Oh, got to keep an eye on this. A lot of probes are falling. But Mana's also going to get in here. The Disruptor's still there. The Disruptor hasn't even started yet. There is a decent army here with some Widow Mines. Finally, no, he's going to drop in the third now. Oh, I want to keep an eye on everything that's going on here. HeroMarine is trying to defend at home. Ooh, clutch pick up there. Just in time to avoid this Disruptor. His natural's gone down though. So he's got to do something here. He is getting a lot of damage done on this side. That's 27 workers going down. Colossus being picked up. He doesn't have too much to defend here. This is going to be very tight. I think being able to hold this high ground is very good. He didn't lose SCVs. So that is very good. You know, having the strong SCV count is very good for him. And this army still doing some work. It's an odd little base tradey type of thing, but not really a base trade, more like just trading aggressively against each other. Alright, so who's come out worse? I must say, yeah, the third's just gonna float over. I think Mana's come out worse, because he's got a lot less workers. And HeroMarine's just gonna land this and he'll go back to where he was. He'll be quite happy. But in terms of tech, yeah, Mana's in a good space. We do see Widow Mines now. Only the two, it seems. But Vikings are starting to be shoved out. But yeah, both players now very, very low in eco. And again, this is the game that Mana likes to play. He likes it when things get a little bit scrappy. It's a good position for him to be in. He is down an upgrade though. So HeroMarine has the +1. Oh, armor did get it. Oh no, armor got cancelled. That's unfortunate. Has also got blink, so we're going to see a blink into the mania. Gets rid of a single add-on there. Terran Army's going to come in reinforce. This should be fine. Just a little bit of poking and prodding going on. This army's still floating around. Was that a all-army hotkey to move that back? Ooh. Stalker's going to catch this. Get rid of the medevac. That's unfortunate. Oh, HeroMarine with some very tricky pickups, making me even forget his name. Okay, here we go. Widow Mine drop. Can this do something? Mana's not... Okay, he does notice it. Oh, some good targeting. That's 7 workers going down. Recall also now. So, yep, the Stalkers that were out on the map, they have now been recalled. So, once again, HeroMarine taking a little bit of the pressure off himself. He's going into tanks now, as well as +2 weapons. Not yet. I don't think he's remade the NG Bay that he lost. So maybe he's just going to go for attack upgrades. Finally, extended thermal lance is on the way. Oh, disruptor hit. Oh, that's a big hit once again. Well, not once again. Ooh, War Prism gets taken out. That means this attack is not as useful as it could be. Yeah, pull back, pull back. Yeah, that's gonna have to prompt Mana to go home. You cannot continue the attack without the War Prism. It's a Marauder heavy army. They don't care too much for the Colossus, so that means that they're gonna now push forward. Vikings have landed. Just to add up a little bit of a soak sponge. Damage sponge. Soak sponge. It's normally what sponges do. Yeah. Alright, stimming in. Here we go into the third base. There's not much to defend. There is a cannon, but he's just going to avoid that. Let the Vikings take the damage in front. Stalker's going to blink forward. Close engagement, but with the reinforcements coming up, and now you can see that trail of blue coming across the minimap. HeroMarine's just going to keep bringing in his reinforcements. He's lacking medevacs, he's lacking a bit of healing because the single one that he's got is run out of energy. Shield battery gets taken out, and there's still a lot of Terran left. Some good micro once again. GG. HeroMarine takes game number 1. After it got a little bit out of control there. And straight into game number 2. Match point at this stage. HeroMarine in a decent spot. Mana's going to have to do something to pull back in this series. I don't think he played a bad game. I think, unfortunately, in that the kind of exchange between them, he just lost too many workers. You know, when his armor was pushed across and Marine had those, HeroMarine had the 2 medevacs pushing in. I think he just lost a little bit too much. If he had, I don't want to say recalled a little bit earlier, but yeah, that huge amount of worker losses that he took, that's kind of what got him. But we'll see what happens in this next one. So far, nothing major seems to be out of place. I was kind of wondering if one of them would be moving across early to proxy something. But this map is Graysvan, which, you know, seems to be a decent map for macro games. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Gas there. Yeah, it seems to be normal standard builds. Very interesting game before. These two really going toe to toe with each other. But again, like I said, Mana likes that scrappy game. Unfortunate that he couldn't pull off the win in the end. But definitely forcing HeroMarine to react to what's happening in the game. Unfortunately, HeroMarine very, very solid. Mechanically, just the knowledge of the game. So he's quite happy to play that type of game because he knows he can rely on his skills to carry him through. Interesting placement of the command center. Obviously, HeroMarine knows the type of things that Mana can be capable of, so keeps his command center keeps his command center in a nice location. Yep, that's early morning talking. That's an odd second pylon. Nice spotter though. We'll see the tech of choice now. Probe. What did you do in probe? Sees no command center. Is he going to do something funny here? Nah, it doesn't seem like it. He does go in. He does see that it is building. He sees the factory. Alright, so Mana sacrifices the worker, but gains a lot of knowledge. Actually going for the Twilight Council first. That is not a wall. Luckily there's no Reaper, but a Reaper would just be able to jump straight through that. It makes me feel good. I noticed this in a match recently as well, that I'm not the only one who struggles with these walls at the top of the ramp. You know, even the pros, right? Because it's got to overlap like that. These two are not overlapping. There's a clear gap. Although, Reaper's got to jump over the butt of it. But anyway, that's inconsequential. There is no Reaper, so no need to worry about that. Early Robo coming up alongside it, so it's going to be a nice blink attack coming out from Mana. We're going to see if HeroMarine, I keep saying Hero, going to try something a little bit more aggressive, but he seems to be going for his normal, the 1-1-1, going for the CC after the barracks. Pretty standard build order from him. More gateways coming up, so we've got 3 gates coming up, which is going to put us at 4 gates in total. I'm expecting a little bit of, yep, War Prism. 4-gate pressure coming up from Mana. That can do some work. Although, that's an early medevac coming out. Only 7 Marines. That always bothers me. Like, just, you need one more. Where's the one? No, that's Alien. I thought he might have been patrolling the map. Okay, we're gonna see this drop, see if it can get any damage done. Any significant damage. Ooh, hello. They just fly right past each other. This could be an awkward moment. HeroMarine's the one to get a little bit more aggressive. He's targeting the pylon, which means that the aggression is halted. Because Mana, yeah, he's got a warp prism across the map, but he can't warp anything in. Ooh, HeroMarine. So yeah, warp prism's gonna drop a single stalker here and be like, hi, I can't do anything. Oh, gotta be careful, scan. The warp prism's gonna fall. That is absolute. Yeah, GG. Mana's done. Oh, that's such a sad second game. That's just that's what we like to call just being bopped. Unfortunate there for Mana, but yeah, HeroMarine just playing very solid and having that early medevac running across the map, getting the damage done that it needed to with that pylon that was powering all of the important structures. Oh well, that was a fun one to watch. I hope you enjoyed it. Seeing a little bit of top level European StarCraft 2. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you did. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.